actually, Audra and I went down to the cemetery and we're coming back from cleaning up the graves and putting flags on and stuff. And we pull in the driveway, and I have a neighbor, like, you know, like, not next door on either side, but you look over, you know how the yards run over there? And where are they from? Romania? Some foreign country, and they speak broken English.
Kenny's telling a funny story.
I see them out there all the time on the weekends, her and her husband, but I've never spoken to them. So anyway, I dropped Audra off in the driveway and I pulled my car in, and when I come out of the garage, this woman's here. And she's about 38, 40-ish, dark hair, and ethnic looking, you know, Romania,
Romanian.
whatever. Excuse me if we have any monkeys. Okay, well, I like monkeys, but what are you going to do? Anyway, she gets up and she said, "Hi, I'm Nadia, I'm your neighbor, I live over here, I'm in trouble. And I'm looking at her and she said, "Do you have steps? I locked myself out." And then she said, "Do you have steps?" Well, I'm standing there in the garage, took me like an idiot. I go, "Well, I'm turning around to say, well, I got a pair of steps for and Audra started laughing. She goes, "Kenny, she don't want to know about your steps in the house. She needs a step ladder." I said, "Oh," and I go like, yeah, I need that. And I'm explaining the step. Well, then she said, and I said, "How high do you want? Like 6 foot or whatever?" She's, "Oh no, higher. I got to go in window." And I have an extension ladder there hanging. I said, "Oh yes, that'll do. And it was heavy. So I said, "I carry over for you." I'm talking like a total idiot, right? So I'm going across the yard like this with the stepper, and she's talking. Well, she had on what appeared to me as
He's gonna fall in
a black pair of shorts or whatever. Audra says it was looked to be a jean scooter skirt. Whatever. So anyhow, I go to put this ladder up to the second floor in the back. Well, she's very like ethnic looking, dark hair and stuff. So she said, "I'm afraid of heights." I said, "I am too. I'll hold ladder for you."
There's that video.
I'm holding the ladder, and she said to me twice. She had said when she first met me, she goes, "My husband out of town. He in Columbus. He no come back till Thursday. I don't know what I do." Then she told me the same story walking up. "My husband out of town. He come back Thursday."
So when's the date?
So anyway, I'm holding the ladder, and she said, "I'm afraid of height and that," and she's talking to me as she's going up. I look up. Well, it wasn't a scooter skirt. It was a pair of, or it wasn't shorts, it was a skirt. And I'm looking up like this, and I'm looking at her rear end in these black full panties. And I'm like, and she's looking down, talking to me as she's going up. I'm looking away like this, and she's talking, wanting to look at me. You know how them Europeans are. And I'm like holding this ladder, and I'm like, oh my God, how do I get into this? And something, and she had a heavy, dark growth. You know, little trim of stuff, and it's nauseating me. I'm like, with this rear-ended full black pants, not a thong. So she gets up there, and she leans over, and she opens up the window. You know, it was like a casement window, but a wide one. And then the ladder was too far over. I said, "Nadia, you come down. We move ladder closer to where the opening is. You get in here." So she comes down, and she said, "Oh, I'm scared to death. I'm scared." She's trying to talk me into going up there. Well, I'm out. I ain't going. I said, "I hold ladder for you." And she said, "Well, what do I do when I get up there?" And I look at her, "What do you mean?" She says, I don't know what to do when I get up there." And I said, "Well, you go off the ladder and into the window." She said, "How do I do that? I'm a nervous wreck. I scared. So I'm down here in the thing, and I said, and I go like this. I said, "Okay, here's what when you get up there, you put this hand on the open window, but don't put your weight there. Put your weight on the frame of the window to balance yourself." And I'm doing this in the yard, and she's following my lead. I go, "You get this leg, and you go like this." And I'm slapping I said, "You sit on the window." And so she's doing it, and I said, no. And I'm doing it again. And we're both doing this in the driveway. And she gets up, and then she said, "Well, then when I get on, what do I do?" I said, "Then you bring this foot around." Well, we're doing this for about 5 minutes for an exercise before she gets up there. She gets up there, and she stretches across. This leg is over here, this one's here, and I'm right underneath her. I'm looking up, and she's looking down, talking to me, and I'm like, oh my. And and she said, "Can I scared? I scared," and I'm here like this.
Scared as I am.
I'm like, you don't want to be looking. But